I'll try my best not to kill you. Hello, welcome back everyone. This video has been a long time coming. I recorded this back when we got home from our road trip over the summer. So this is footage from August. I'm going to start by just sort of walking you through the space. We're going to start in the bedroom. Basically, I'm going to just tidy up and we're going to get back on track, put things away. We have all of our suitcases and luggage and stuff is still out. And we're just going to do a nice tidy up and clean up. There's a lot to do, but Penny is here for moral support and to supervise everything as usual. The house was left an absolute mess when we went on our road trip. So now that we've returned and added in all of our explosion of suitcases and laundry and everything else, obviously it's in really bad shape. So this is going to be a whole house tidy for the most part. We're going to hit most of the main areas in the entire house. Hello, I'm waving hello in the mirror. And also we have Beth on the TV for background company. I'm using her as a body double, so she's cleaning on TV while I'm cleaning in this video. And then you can use that as a body double for your own cleaning too, because this is a pretty long video. So if you want to do some cleaning or tidying up while this is on, it's full-blown tidying up, body doubling inception here. It's a tidying up channel within a tidying up channel. So let's go ahead and get started, although I had to take a little break immediately because Penny decided that it was nap time and she needed to use me as a couch or a bed. And the cats, they get what they want, you know? Just look how cute she is. How could I say no? All right, let's get serious now. Let's get cleaning. Let's start putting stuff away. I'm going to start with gathering up some trash and putting a new trash bag in the trash can. That's always a good first step. And also getting the laundry together. This is definitely gonna be laundry motivation. When you see the amount of laundry that I have to do in this video, it's absolutely bonkers. But we're gonna put away the clean stuff that was still in our suitcase and make a hamper of dirty laundry, and then I'll be getting laundry going later on in this video. I'm starting with my bedroom because I don't think I had a whole lot of time on this first day. This video is you're gonna see it takes up like the whole month of August. But on this very first day, it was more about unpacking, getting some loads of laundry going. And I just wanted to make my bedroom really nice because we were on a very long road trip. We were gone for about all of July and it was a really great time. I have no regrets or anything bad to say about the road trip. And we also spent some time in Oregon with my family. And so all of it was really great, but being gone for a month, it definitely throws you out of whack, you know? And also by the time we got home, I was absolutely exhausted. So I wanted my bedroom to be like a sanctuary. I'm stripping the bed. I'm going to wash all of the bedding so that at least if I get just this much done on this day, I will have a nice, clean, relaxing room to sort of recuperate and prepare for the rest of the clean that's in the later parts of this video.
Mom, what happened to the cat grass?
It died while we were gone.
What died?
The cat grass.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't water plants, they die. Now we're going outside, which we don't usually show any outside stuff because we don't usually do any outside stuff, to be honest with you. We don't do any kind of gardening. You can see these empty pots that I have that have just been collecting weeds for many months. The only thing I ever really grow is cat grass for the cats. I'll grow a pot of that and I'll bring it into the house for them to chew on, and then I bring it back outside and then it dies and then I start over. So I'm just going to tidy up out here a little bit because it was getting really bad. But the main thing that we're doing out here is we are repotting a tangelo tree. We bought a dwarf tangelo tree at a nursery, and so we're putting it into a pot. Let's just hope that this works because I've been wanting a tangelo tree for many years. The little backstory about it: in the house that I grew up in, my parents' house, they sold it a few years ago, 5 or 6 years ago now, and they had a big, beautiful tangelo tree in the backyard. And I do know that the new owners chopped it down, and that hurt my feelings, and I've been sad about it ever since. And so I've wanted to try to grow a tangelo tree. Now, we're renters. We can't plant anything in the yard or anything like that. So we have to just get a dwarf one and keep it in a pot. So now we're going to just talk about where exactly we should put it. And I've just been standing around this whole time because Blake is washing out the big pot that we're going to use. I think I want it right here.
Right there.
Yeah. I think I want the chairs to not just be there forever.
What chairs?
I don't know where to put the chairs.
In the garage.
There's no space in the garage.
There will be, though.
Until you just clean up the garage.
Move the chairs out.
Or Auntie's house. Or yeah, just
Can you move your thing?
move the chairs out for now. Max, if that cricket goes into the house, I'm counting on you.
What cricket?
There's a cricket.
That's about to come in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Rinse that all the way out.
You just sweep it.
Okay.
Like I said, we planted this back in August and it is still going strong. Although I will say there are some sort of bugs on it eating the leaves, which I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. But there are 2 little tiny baby green tangelos growing on it. So I'm hopeful that it's living and that it's going to make it. I just have a notoriously brown thumb, so I hope it's going to make it, at least for a little while. There's just a lot riding on this poor little tree emotionally in our family. And also we wanted to buy a fruit tree for our wedding anniversary. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th wedding anniversary. The traditional gift is fruit. So this is a belated present to each other. We like to do the traditional wedding anniversary gifts. So this is our belated gift to each other for that. We just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. So obviously we're a little late. Hi. I'll try my best not to kill you. I'm really sorry.
Come look at it.
You got chosen for our house.
And rotate it about.
You look crooked now? Oh. Well, that's just because of that stick.
I don't think it's.
I like that side facing out.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay. We also did end up moving it off of this little step here. It wasn't getting enough sun right there. It was kind of too hidden underneath the eaves of the house. So we pulled it down onto the walkway. The only reason I didn't want to put it on the walkway in the first place is because it's very sloped and I didn't want the tangelo to start growing sideways to compensate. But we just propped the pot up with something underneath it, sort of like a shim to make it level. So it's working out fine. It's just we don't have a really good spot to put it, but it's fine where it is. Now we're back in the bedroom and the bedding is in the laundry. It's still washing away in there. I sort of ping pong around in the house on this day, really any day that I'm doing any cleaning, but we're going to unpack the rest of this suitcase. This is all Blake's stuff that I'm putting away, and I'm going to put stuff away into the closet. Little sneak peek into the closet. Blake's stuff is all sort of just flopped over the bar. He hasn't been hanging his stuff up. Is that an ADHD thing? I don't know. And of course we have to take a moment to pause and put socks on the child because apparently that day his feet were too sweaty and he needed help getting his socks on. This is summer, don't forget. So, but yeah, just draping the clothes over the bar instead of hanging stuff up. What is that? Why is that a thing? That's not something that I do. So I'm wondering if that's an ADHD thing because Blake does have rampant, untreated, undiagnosed ADHD. The closet is due for an overhaul as well. It's due for another round of decluttering as far as going through the clothes and getting rid of some stuff. So that is going to be coming up here before too long. Next, I'm going to clean off the top of my dresser. I needed to get those cords out of there. That was just some electronics and my camera from our trip. I also have a whole stack of mismatched socks and some dirty plates. You know, just not a lot. Takes probably a minute or two just to clear all this off in real time. It's really not a big deal, and it looks so nice when it's done. It makes such a big difference to just clear off those surfaces. Same thing with the side table. That was just a real quick cleanup. I think everything that was on there before was just like trash and medicine from our trip that I had to put away. Now the sheets are done, so I'm going to reassemble the bed. Blake's pillowcase, his white pillowcase, is still brown, so I was kind of inspecting the difference in the color in that. I think we are Actually, I know definitely now at this point, all the way in November, we are definitely due for some new sheets. I don't think I'm going to go with white again. My thought process when I bought the white sheets was, oh, it'll be great. I can bleach them and it won't be a big deal. Well, it doesn't take the yellow out, and I've tried, or like the brown from Blake's pillowcase, I've tried the OxyClean Bright White, I've tried vinegar, I've tried bleach, I've tried all sorts of things to get these pillows white, and I'm at the point now where I just want to buy new sheets because I'm over it, you know? The sheets are really pretty old anyway, and now I noticed there's a tear in the fitted sheet, so it's just time. I'm fine with it. I'm ready for some new bedding. I'm just wiping down the side table now. I guess in the amount of time from when I showed it earlier until now, it got messed up again. And clearing off my cedar chest with Penny inspecting as usual. It was just a lot of electronics on the cedar chest. That's just sort of where I dumped everything after we got back from our trip. And as you can see, it is night. So this is the end of this first day. And then here's the reality of the situation, because I just sort of dumped everything onto the landing. That's all the stuff that needs to be put away downstairs somewhere. And we're not even going to talk about what the kids' room looks like right now, because that's a huge giant mess. The suitcase needs to still be put away, but my bedroom looks so nice. The comforter was still in the laundry at this point, but I knew I wasn't going to film again and I was about to just go to bed for the rest of the night. I did not do Blake's nightstand because I just didn't want to. I figured he should do something. But he does a lot. That's a joke. It's a jab, you guys. If you don't know my sense of humor, that's just a jab at him. But the rest of the room was really nice and it was very tranquil, and I had the candle going still, so it smelled good, and nice, clean, fresh sheets is just the best. So I just sort of vegetated and read my book for the rest of the night. Now on to a new day, and this is 22 days later. So clearly I wasn't really keeping up with things. But in my defense, we had been gone for a month and I had a ton of work to do. It was still summer, so the boys and Blake were both home, just absolutely destroying the house. And I wasn't really cleaning up or tidying or doing anything because I had so much other stuff to do. I also started exercising and going for walks every day, so that took up a little bit of time, and I was just kind of wanting to do some stuff for me. And the house is always like the first thing to slide that I let go of when I don't have time, or when I'm making time for other things. I hate saying that I don't have time because there always is time. It's just you have to sacrifice something. There's not time to do everything, right? So my sacrifice was the house. So I'm going to start with the kids' room this time. Their bedding is overdue for a wash, so I'm going to strip their beds. As you can see, we are still living out of totes at this point. If you haven't been here for a while, there was a rat fiasco at our apartment, and we had to move out while our landlord dealt with all of that very slowly. I'm not bitter. But it's fine now. It's still fine. Knock on wood. Here in November, everything is still good and rat-free, which is all we can ask for, I guess. So the kids have no dresser and they are living out of totes at this point. So it was inconvenient to say the least, but we had to move some stuff around. We got rid of some furniture and they just don't have a dresser at this point. So in the totes is mostly their spare bedding. We had toted up all of the things that could get destroyed by rats and put it into a storage unit. So it just hasn't been unpacked and dealt with, and there just isn't really a solution yet. But basically I need to buy them a dresser. All of their clothes were folded onto their table in their room. We barely took everything out of the storage unit and put it back into our apartment before we left for our trip. So it was like bring everything home and then leave again. So stuff just hadn't been dealt with yet. And I'm just showing out here that I still never put all of that stuff away 22 days later. Remember how I cleaned my room and then I put everything out on the landing and then I said, oh, all that still needs to go downstairs and get put away? Well, it's 22 days later and I still haven't done it. Yeah. It's gonna happen in this video though, so fear not. I finally got it done. I just need to start some laundry, and this is where you're gonna really see just an absolutely crazy, insane amount of laundry. And I'm thinking, honestly, at this point, it might be time to start teaching the kids how to do their own laundry because most of it was theirs. I've at least gotten them to start putting everything into their hamper now and to bring the hamper downstairs to the laundry room when it gets full. So baby steps, but they're only 7 and 9. So I don't know if it's totally time yet to fully teach them how, but they can help more than they're doing at this point. Yeah, we're back into the bedroom. As you can see, it got a little bit just scattered and messy again. There's the drawer that Blake always leaves open for some reason, and lots of stuff on the dresser now. There's mostly laundry, but there's some other random stuff up there too. Lots of dishes. I guess I was doing a lot of eating in my bedroom, which I don't totally usually do. I was probably hiding out from the kids because it is summer, like I said, and they've taken over the entire downstairs and their room and outside and everywhere because, you know, it's summer. It's summer and everything is out of control. But this is just a little walkthrough. There's more laundry. I'm going to start by taking laundry down to the laundry room. I'll show you that in a minute. Also, we're going into the bathroom because there's some laundry and stuff in here. There's a garbage bag that needs to be taken downstairs, and the other garbage is halfway full, so obviously that's been sitting there for a while. People just aren't putting stuff away. Toothbrushes are sitting out, toothpaste is sitting out, you know, it needs to be tidied. This is just what happens when I'm not doing kind of a daily tidy up reset. I'm not fully cleaning everything. There is some toilet paper on the ground behind the toilet. I'm going to acknowledge that so that if some toilet police wants to be like, oh, how gross, you're not even cleaning. Yeah, I'm not cleaning anything. I'm just tidying up on this day. This isn't about like deep cleaning behind the toilet or anything like that today. This is just a tidy up, put stuff away, put stuff back where it belongs, clean up some cat barf. It's so kind of them to always throw up on the carpet. Basically, the entire downstairs is hardwood and tile, but of course they always choose to yak on the carpet. So now we're going to go for a little walk here. We're going to head downstairs. I'm sorry, like close your eyes if you get seasick from bad camera work, but for some reason I thought this was artistically appropriate. As we're walking downstairs, you can get the idea and get a sense of just how chaotic on brand everything is over here, but we're showing the laundry now. Oh my god, it's taking up the entire room. Granted, there is bedding here too and towels. It's just like all the different categories of laundry kind of was piling up and I had to do it all at once. So it looks really, really bad. There's Blake's clothes, my clothes, the kids' clothes, bedding, and towels. So it's many loads of laundry. I apparently, I don't know, did we dirty every single piece of laundry that we had? I can kind of tell by the clothes that I'm wearing that I was probably completely out of laundry at this point because I don't usually like wear those shorts or this outfit hardly ever. It's like a last resort sort of pair of clothes. Like I said, I was also going on a lot of walks and exercising a lot. So I, at this point, am wearing multiple pairs of clothes per day. You know, I'm putting on workout gear. I'm taking a shower and getting dressed, putting on different clothes after my workout gear. I've also been trying to make a conscious effort to actually wear pajamas when I go to bed rather than just going to bed in the clothes that I wore all day long. And I've purchased myself some nice comfy pajamas. So I'm going through like 3 pairs of clothes per day. The kids are home during summer and I swear they change their clothes 18 times per day. They go outside and play and then they come in, they take their socks off. And then when they go back out again, they find a new pair of socks and put a new pair of socks on. They're wearing pajamas. Then they wear the pajamas outside. They get hot and sweaty. They come back in. They change their clothes. You know, we're just going through a lot of clothes. And if I'm not keeping up with it, like literally doing 1 load of laundry per day, this is what happens. And it is just an excessive amount of laundry. So as you can see, we are cleaning up the landing now. I just put everything into a laundry basket and then walked it downstairs. I'm like doing little bits at a time. Like, okay, let's clear this area, but all this stuff goes downstairs. So I'm not going to put it away one piece at a time. I'm just going to load it into something and then carry that downstairs. And then when I'm downstairs cleaning, I will funnel away all of that stuff wherever it belongs. But for now, I just wanted the landing clear. So it's just about putting it at least closer to where it belongs, even if I'm not fully putting it all away. So now there's just a few more things to put away, bringing the suitcase downstairs finally, like almost a month after we got home from our trip. Per usual, that's just how things go. Some of the stuff is just the kids' stuff that they have to sort through, so I'm just going to dump that into their room and then move the guitar downstairs. Now we're basically done up here. So let's move on to the bedroom, make the bed, clear out some of the laundry. Everything was up on the bed like that because I had the Roomba going, so I try to pick up as much as possible to get it off the floor. All of the laundry hampers and trash can and everything, anything that can easily be picked up off the floor, I do that so that the Roomba can get as many little nooks and crannies and corners of the room as possible. I also did buy some new laundry hampers. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. Those tall white laundry hampers. I got one for me, one for the kids, and one for Blake. And they are open. They don't have lids. And it's working better for my ADHD family members to not just pile stuff up on top of a closed hamper instead of opening it and putting the dirty clothes inside. So it's helping. I cleaned off Blake's nightstand. That took 5 seconds. And then I'm working on my dresser now, which had just all sorts of interesting things. Lots of clean laundry that needed to be put away and random things that needed to go downstairs. There's some stuff for my work. There's some camera equipment. There's a pair of new headphones that I didn't like that I need to pack back up and return on Amazon. Overall, it's not taking too long to just clear all this stuff off, though. It's stuff that I just didn't take the time to put away in the moment. It's not stuff that is hard to think of where it goes. Other than maybe the stuff that had to go downstairs for my work. As you can see, that's still just sitting on the bed, but I'm going to put away the rest of the laundry first. I think the stuff that was on the dresser was stuff that needed to be hung up in the closet, and I just didn't want to do that in that moment, so I just piled it on my dresser. Now I'm still going. I'm still bopping around all over the house. We're downstairs again. I guess it's time to switch over for some more laundry and get a new load going. The Roomba is working hard upstairs still. It's getting the carpet in the landing, which look at how nice this looks now. Oh my gosh. It's my favorite thing ever when the carpet is freshly vacuumed. Oh, I love it so much. And I don't know what happened to the rest of the day, but this footage is now the next day. This is the next morning. So I guess I'm moving downstairs at this point. I have already turned the Roomba on, even though there are shoes and things all over the entryway and it can't really get anywhere. So I'm going to have to deal with that first. We're going to put the suitcase away and all of this stuff goes into the entryway closet. So we're going to dive right in there. I'm going to need to pull everything out of the bottom part to get the suitcase put away. That's one of the reasons why the suitcase doesn't get put away. So I think eventually we're going to have to rethink this closet down here. I do like having the suitcases downstairs right here because it's just kind of a useless closet, but there's too many shoes that don't fit on the rack that end up in front of the suitcase. It would be really nice to be able to take the suitcases in and out much quicker and easier and not have to unravel a bunch of other stuff first, but we'll deal with that some other time. And yes, I am still wearing the same clothes from yesterday. I don't know if I slept in them or what, but clearly I haven't taken a shower and gotten redressed today. Maybe I put them back on in the morning. I truly have no idea. But anyway, we're all done. This is all neat and tidy now. And I kind of organized the sandals and shoes a little bit better in there. I mean, it's still a little messy, but it's not too bad. It's not awful. I attempted to go switch the laundry, as you saw in like a split second there, but then I realized I need a new laundry basket, and the laundry basket is still filled with all the stuff that I brought down from upstairs. So in order to switch the laundry back over, I have to first empty this basket. I mean, it is just a menagerie of things in here. There's a tennis racket, stuff goes in the garage, stuff goes in my office, stuff goes in the kitchen. It was just my way of getting it downstairs, but since it was in the laundry basket, it forced me to put all of that stuff away because I needed the basket to continue doing the laundry. And yeah, this is day 2 of this big mountain of laundry. It feels like it never ends. Truly, it just keeps growing. But we're down to maybe half the size that we were when this video first started. So we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to do a sad walkthrough of the downstairs. So like I said before, all of these bins that are still in the house, it's because before we went on our trip, we moved back in after the rat fiasco and just literally loaded stuff back into the house. We still have no couch, as you can see. We've been using the living room as like a rumpus room, playroom for the kids with the musical instruments down there. And everything is just really, really badly out of place. All of the art supplies and bins and boxed up things, I haven't put anything away yet, really. We moved back into the house and then we left on a vacation. And then we've had a month here back at home at this point, and I still haven't put anything away. I've just been busy doing other things, and then the daily clutter just starts piling up on top of everything. So we're way overdue for giving the downstairs some love and attention. At this point, I'm still not going to have a place for absolutely everything, like those pots and pans that we took out of the kitchen. As I'm doing this voiceover, they are still in that box by the kitchen. So I'm not going to solve all of life's problems in this video, but it at least will get to a better condition, a better state than what we have here. Now I'm going to start in the kitchen and just put away some of the dishes. We've kind of gotten into a good routine, me and Blake, although I will say in most recent weeks we've kind of fallen off. But if he unloads the dishwasher in the morning, it becomes really easy for the kids and I to just load it up as we go throughout the day, so that, because Blake's the one that does the dishes, by the way, if you don't know that, so that we're not just piling everything in the sink and giving him this huge amount of dishes to do when he gets home from work. It's just the act of putting away the clean dishes in the morning that has been our big roadblock. But it's been really nice to teach the kids to finish their food and then put the bowl or the spoon or whatever directly into the dishwasher. That's been working really well. And it takes some of the load off of Blake in the evening. I'm cleaning the sink here too. I'm using a Scrub Daddy and some of the Power Paste. Is that what it's called? Power Paste? Because there was just like a lot of utensil marks and stuff in the bottom of the sink, and it works so well. That is my favorite scrub for cleaning a porcelain sink like this. And in no time at all, it's squeaky clean, Jelly Bean. It's kind of hard to tell from this camera angle, but one good thing that did come out of the whole rat fiasco is the caulking around our sink got redone. So yay, there's one thing that's improved in this crummy old apartment. And oh look, more laundry. This is load 753 in the last 2 days. I don't know what else to say about laundry. I've shown this same shot so many times. I guess all I have to say is, if you're working on laundry right now, just keep plugging away at it. It takes forever, but it'll get done. The pile will be gone, one load at a time, one foot in front of the other. I don't know what other motivational thing to say to anybody, because it's just a pain in the ass. I don't mind doing laundry. I'm not somebody who absolutely dreads doing laundry, but when it backs up this much, it does become very, very daunting. So just keep at it. I'm going to fold up some towels. I'm folding up the kitchen towels, and we tend to just hang our bath towels on hooks, so I don't need to fold those super precisely. Bath towels are another thing that it's time to revisit as far as decluttering. I think it's definitely, like the sheets, time to consider buying some new towels. I think I've had these same towels. I'm sure I've definitely had these same towels the entire time I've had this channel. So 6 years now we're going on the same towels. I mean, at the minimum, I'm sure I've had them even longer than that. They're getting kind of crunchy and crusty, if you know what I mean. Like, they're just not great anymore. Super absorbent, but I'm ready for something maybe a little softer and fluffier and nicer. I think that the towels that Blake uses downstairs are a little bit more new because I got him some bigger towels, but we're definitely just due for some new ones. Oh look, more laundry. Here we go. Load number 1432 of the day. It just doesn't stop. But I mean, we are making progress. There's a lot more floor showing. The camera is closer to the laundry room than it has been because there's not as much laundry in the way. And now with this load I'm putting in, it's like we're pretty near done. There's maybe one load left in the actual laundry room, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the Roomba going because it's like, oh look, there's floor space. See, I can just shut the door and laundry doesn't exist anymore. I do have to block Blake's electronics for the Roomba to run around in this room. He's got all sorts of cords exposed and the Roomba likes to eat them and chew them all up. Now I'm standing around just contemplating life choices because this room has gotten really messy. My beautiful coffee table is covered in cords and wires, and oh look, there's that tennis racket again. I guess I never completely put that away in the garage. And I'll tell you, it's because the garage is so filled with stuff. It's almost impossible to even walk in there. So we are definitely not going to be addressing that in this video though. That's a whole can of worms. We'll get to it someday, but today is not the day. For now, I've moved on to the entryway and the stairs. A lot of this stuff is donate. I've been starting a donate pile on the stairs and I just need to clear some stuff out. There's also some packages. I think it's like cat food and stuff that we got delivered from Amazon that I need to put away. But now I'm just boxing up the donations. That's what's in that red bag, and the banker box. We ended up giving those boots to our neighbor kids that our kids outgrew after using them one single time. And then there was a lot of stuff on this little side table that just needed to be moved around, a bunch of medicines that needed to be brought upstairs. So it's just, again, stuff that just has a spot to go. I just didn't ever put it there. Now we're going to move back upstairs, again, bopping around, and put laundry away. So now we're down to pretty much just clean stuff, which is great, but it's a matter of putting it all away now. So here's some fold the laundry motivation. If you have a pile sitting somewhere, now's the time to fold it and put it in the drawers and hang it up in the closet. In the meantime, until we get to the next little fun bit of this video, I want to talk about Vlogmas really quick. I am planning to do Vlogmas again, like from December 1st through Christmas, posting a video every single day. If you are here from my Vlogmas last year when I did the whole decluttering roulette / fishbowl method challenge, however you want to refer to it, I'm going to do the same thing again this year, although I don't have quite as much to do, which is a good thing, right? And yes, I could go back and hit a lot of the same spots we did last year because a lot of things, like I've already mentioned, do need a second pass, like my clothes and the towels and linens and things like that. I could just go back and do the same stuff again, but I also want to mix it up a little bit. So I think I'm going to do 12 days of decluttering, fishbowl style, and then also like 12 days or however many, 13 days of rearranging some furniture, maybe even painting a wall, decorating for Christmas, that kind of stuff. So it's still going to be decluttering and house related stuff, but I think I'm just going to mix it up a little bit and do sort of a half and half sort of thing. So hopefully you still like that. Hopefully you'll still watch it. Hopefully we'll still have fun. I think we will. We are back downstairs now, and this is yet again another day. So it's nighttime here. I think it's like 5 more days later, something like that. We're at like the last day of August now. So we have worked our way through the entire month of August in this video, like I said. But on this day, I got a wild hair up my bum and decided I wanted to rearrange some furniture. So I'm clearing out the living room, which needed to be done anyway. There was all of those weird bins and papers and kids stuff. And so I'm just kind of moving all of that out of the way right now. And I, without asking any of my family their opinion, decided to move the love sack into Blake's lounge. Now, if you have been here for the entire love sack saga over the years, I don't love this thing. It's been in the kids' room for a very long time, but I don't like having such a big fabric thing in there because one of my kids is allergic to dust mites. And despite us washing the cover on this love sack, movie sack, beanbag chair, whatever you want to call it, I just felt like it was a big allergen producer for him. So when the whole rat fiasco happened and we needed to throw away our couch, we just moved it out of the kids' bedroom. And it's been a lot better for him. And I do think that he is probably just flat out allergic to it, and it's much better not having it in his bedroom at all. So it's not going to go back in the kids' room, but I am sick of our living room being a rumpus room for the kids. I don't want the musical instruments in here anymore, and so I decided to move the musical instruments up to the kids' bedroom since they have more room up there now without this big love sack thing in the room. And since we don't have a couch in here anymore, I'm going to take the 2 chairs that are in Blake's music lounge and I'm going to move them into the living room, and I'm going to say that he has to have the love sack now because he is the one who wants to keep it. The kids like it, sure, they like sitting in it to play video games and stuff, but it doesn't need to be in their bedroom, and I don't want it in the living room anymore because I want adults to be able to sit in the living room. So since the love sack is Blake's, like the one thing that he brought to my apartment when we moved in together back in the day, he's the one that wants to keep it. So so desperately. So, and many of you have suggested I just make him have it in his lounge, and he has been resisting that for so long, and I decided I'm just gonna do it, and I'm not gonna ask permission. It's just gonna happen. You'll see his reaction at the end. But first I need to make some space in this room, so I'm going to clear off the table, and I'm going to bring my nice table into the living room. And that's another thing, is I wanted my tables to be together in the same room. This big long coffee table matches the side tables in the living room. And now you're going to see me on the struggle bus trying to move this crazy thing. And I definitely did everything completely out of order. It barely even fit through this opening to get it into the room. I had to move all sorts of furniture around. Like, it was musical chairs, and not in a good way. And plus there's just all this junk in the way too. So this was very hard. I'm doing it alone because, well, for one thing, I just didn't want anybody bothering me, and I didn't want anybody to know I was doing this and to have anyone object. But also, I think Blake was gone. This is like late at night, like 10 o'clock at night. The kids are in bed, and I think Blake was maybe at a football game with friends or something, or he was out somewhere, and I'm just doing it by myself. And I don't mind doing that. Sometimes I just like rearranging furniture at midnight. So it was just one of those things. I just took my time and I moved one piece of furniture at a time. I definitely did it kind of in a weird order. And once I got the chairs into the living room, I realized that the rug is not in the right place. So I had to move everything off of it again and move the rug, which is always a little bit hard, but it's also kind of a nice opportunity right now to do this. So it all worked out. It's fine. And the cats were kind of freaking out, being like, oh, look, furniture is in a different place. She must be doing this for us. Let's jump on everything and climb all over. Let's climb all over the stuff, and let's get on the rug because she moved it 3 inches. So that must be for me. I have to be on it because, you know, they're cats. It's cats doing cat things. One of the things I really loved about rearranging this furniture is that lamp in the corner now. That's my grandma's lamp. It's a family heirloom lamp that I love more than anything. But the switch doesn't work on it. To turn it off, you have to unplug it. Well, the outlet that I have it in now that it's in that corner instead of in the front by the window, the light switch is attached to that plug. So now I can turn the lamp on and off with the light switch. What a novel concept. I kind of had a weird camera angle that wasn't showing much, but here it is now all set up. Okay, so now both the chairs are in here. I styled some books and little trinkets on the coffee table, and I am desperately in love. We do still want to get a couch, and once we do, those chairs will just move to a 90-degree angle and flank the sides of the couch. But for now, it's great, and I did move another lamp in there too, which you don't see at the moment, but I put another lamp from a different room on that other side table, and it just looks amazing in here. I love it so, so much. But now I want to show you Blake's reaction to the love sack in his lounge. Like it?
Love it.
Yes, this ridiculous man loves having it in here. So, oh my gosh, so many problems solved with this. And he has no recollection of ever fighting me about putting it in here in the first place. I have been wanting to put this in his music listening lounge ever since he created this room, ever since that's what this room's purpose became. And he didn't want it in there. And yet now he has absolutely no recollection of me ever saying that, and says, why didn't I think of this sooner, and how much he loves it in there. So whatever. Everyone is happy. Truly, everyone is finally happy regarding this stupid giant beanbag chair. So all is well in the Dorman house. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.